So there's a Brayden Maynard update to the Brayden Maynard update. Basically, going back to my VFL report on Saturday, what I said in that video is pretty much what's transpired here. There was an update during the VFL report that there was no structural damage to Brayden Maynard. I speculated on Brayden Maynard's time frame of 3 to 4 weeks, or the home and away season pretty much. There was an update. I put the pinned comment in the VFL report, no structural damage. And I thought then it was maybe going to be a week or two. We've got this game against Geelong Thursday night. Following that, we've got West Coast for a Sunday twilight 10-day break. So probably just the 1 week. But the update to the Brayden Maynard update is Brayden Maynard's going to go in for surgery and he's out for 3 to 4 weeks. So basically going back to the start of what I said. Forget pin comment, forget anything you heard in the last few days. Brayden Maynard will miss 3 to 4 weeks. Jordan De Goey will be assessed. He's ill. He's crook. He's still celebrating game 200 right now, and I'm still celebrating our win over Adelaide. So I'm a little bit crook. Jordan De Goey's a little bit crook. We're all a little bit crook right now, but a massive game. Thursday night, round 21 action against Geelong. Thursday night, MCG, 7:30 p.m. start. Now, this game's going to start off a little bit different compared to typical AFL games. Coin toss will be done an hour prior to the game. The players, or Collingwood players at the very least, will come out straight into their starting positions. Not too sure what Geelong's going to do. They might be involved on this. It's a Jared Wade idea. His experience, his history at the Rabbitohs. So coming to fruition here. Got to give credit to Jared Wade this year, managing players. He's got the players cherry ripe for this part of the season. The reverse of 2025 last year was a bit of a joke with managing players getting flogged, lack of cohesion with the best 23. We know what our best 23 is now. Obviously, there's going to be changes this week. Brayden Maynard out. Maybe Lockie Schultz coming in. Not a like-for-like replacement in terms of their positions, but in terms of their grunts and their pressure around the ground, it's there. So there's a like-for-like there. But I was thinking Swaddling in for Brayden Maynard looks to be the obvious replacement. But if Lockie Schultz is somehow available for this game, then I expect two changes. Swaddling in for Maynard. It might be Schultz in for De Goey, but if Lockie Schultz is available, they'd probably just do Maynard and Schultz. But it's going to be interesting, the team selections. I will do the team selections final word video tomorrow night. Focused on Geelong, 1 week at a time sort of thing. An opportunity for top six awaits the winner between Collingwood and Geelong. And I say top six, not lightly, but just looking at other games this week and also for the future. Don't expect top four, top five, or top six instantly. Adelaide take on Essendon, Melbourne take on Gold Coast, the Bulldogs take on Fremantle, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Bulldogs went over to Perth and actually got the job done against the Freo Dockers. So, yeah, a bit to look out for there with the results and other games and whatnot. But for us, 1 week at a time, just focus on what we're doing right now. 6-game winning streak. Geelong, back-to-back wins for them. They beat St Kilda at GMHBA Stadium. They also beat Melbourne last week or last Friday night, MCG. And just watching that game against Melbourne, they made Melbourne pay on turnovers in the second quarter. For the first and even third quarters, I thought Melbourne had the edge over Geelong and even parts of the final quarter. But after quarter time, Geelong got out to a 2-goal lead and the margin pretty much remained from somewhere between 2 goals to 4 goals. And they had chances to kick on. Melbourne, they never gave up. That's Melbourne in 2026 for you. But for Geelong, an impressive win, particularly with injuries to Max Holmes, Jeremy Cameron, Patrick Dangerfield banged up as well in this game. Guys like Ollie Wiltshire, Ollie Henry stepping up as well. Shannon Neal kicking 5 goals, Jay Polkinghorne coming through. And that's the thing with Geelong. You've got star players out, then just random players plucked from obscurity coming through, just make their AFL debuts or get selected into the AFL side, and they don't miss a beat. It's such bullshit with Geelong. They can find the random blonde Ollie Wiltshire, Ollie Henry, Ollie Watkins, whatever, and they just come through and play like world beaters. But just for Collingwood's week, same as last week, Thursday night AFL, Friday afternoon, Collingwood's VFL side taking on Geelong, GMHBA Stadium. That's a 4 p.m. start. Massive game there. Geelong, minor premiers confirmed in the VFL. Collingwood must win this game to somehow keep their season alive for finals or top 10, wildcard purgatory. And then the VFLW, Collingwood taking on Geelong at Deakin University, 12:05 p.m. That's a Saturday. So we got 3 wins last week. The Collingwood AFLW side for their practice game won against West Coast over in Perth. So 4 wins there. There's no AFLW practice games this week. It's the international rules, Australia v Ireland. So if Australia win, that's a Collingwood win right there. We got 3 wins last week. Massive tall order to somehow get 3 wins against Geelong this week, not just for the AFL or VFLW, but the VFL. Geelong head and shoulders the best team in the VFL. Massive ask there. If we somehow get 3 wins, I'm not going to risk shaving the mustache, but if it's 3 wins this week, something has to give, some sort of bet. I'll do something crazy for the camera. Just in regards to selection speculation, reiterating my points earlier in this video, Brayden Maynard out. You'd expect Swadling to come in, but if Lockie Schultz is available for this game, then I'm going Schultz in over Swadling. Don't be surprised if Schultz, who plays this game, would be managed. But I reckon have Schultz available next week. 10-day break between now or Geelong game and West Coast. So just have him available for West Coast. I don't want Lockie Schultz coming in, then re-aggravating or getting injured in this game against Geelong. Jordan De Goey with his illness. 1 or 2 changes. Let's not do 3+ changes. We're doing well so far with the team selections and managing the players and their best 23. It's finally solid, something I haven't been confident on since early last year. But I'll just get straight to the compare the pair. Our attacking game, it continues to improve. Points for goal efficiency inside 50, accuracy as well in front of goals, and our defensive game. He's rock solid still, third best defensive side in the competition for points against. Obviously, with our midfield game, deficiencies, contested possessions, disposals, it's top 5 disposals. Contested possessions, still an area to improve on. But in saying that, we beat Adelaide last week with the contested possessions, who were number 1 for contested possessions, number 1 for tackles, and we matched it for tackles against Adelaide. For Geelong, there's no real weakness with their game. Stat comparisons, there's no bottom 4, bottom 6 stats except for disposal efficiency and rebound 50s. So there's 2 areas there. Set up defensively, don't allow Geelong quick transitions with their rebound 50s and make them pay on turnovers. Geelong making Melbourne pay on turnovers. And it feels like Geelong, they're the number 1 team that will make you pay on turnovers. A kick that's half a metre off, a handball that's half a metre off, they'll make us pay. And also with their pressure around the ground. But just with the recent history, Collingwood leads the overall head-to-head, 136 wins, 1 draw, 107 losses. I mentioned the overall head-to-head because that's the only thing we got going for Geelong. And that's going to keep going for the next 20 or so years with this overall head-to-head. But unfortunately, Geelong leads the overall head-to-head at the MCG, 33 wins, 25 losses, no draws at the MCG. I mentioned a draw because you just never know with these sort of matchups. It's a genuine 50-50 game, this one, so don't be surprised if there's a draw. Random or weird stats or history. Players in game 376, 6 wins, 4 losses. I mentioned this because of Patrick Dangerfield. I'm expecting him to play. Will become the 11th player to reach 376 games. And players in game 372, 6 wins, 7 losses. I mentioned that because of Steel Sidebottom. 14th AFL player to reach 372 games. Now, I won't say the winner of this game makes top 6. I'll say the loser will be in wildcard purgatory. Geelong's got a cakewalk fixture after this game, but if they lose this game against Collingwood, I wouldn't be surprised if Geelong win the final 3 games, but are stuck in 7th or 8th spot. For Collingwood, we've got a tough fixture. If we win this game, I'm not going to say we make top 6, but 7 in a row. Tails up, anything's possible, but long ways to cementing ourselves in the top 6. Another weird stat, the last time Collingwood and Geelong split the wins in the home and away season was 2017. Geelong made finals, we didn't. The last time we split the wins in the full season was 2020. Geelong winning earlier this year. The last time we played, Collingwood 9-14-68, losing by 9 goals to Geelong 18-14, 122. A frustrating loss. The last time we got properly flogged this year. But I've got this recent history stat sheet up. A recent history regarding Brayden Maynard. The last time we lost without Brayden Maynard was in 2018. Ironically, was against Geelong. We have somehow, in the last 8 years, won 12 games in a row without Brayden Maynard. We've also won 11 games in a row without Lockie Schultz in the past 18 months. So there's a weird stat for you. But just reflecting on the last time we played Geelong, the white flag was raised in the final quarter. The thing that pissed me off, and this happened in the second quarter, Scott Pendlebury kicks that goal, holding the ball, decision, 5 to 10 minutes of hard work defensively, got that goal, and then Geelong. Centre clearance, hack kick forward, finds Patrick Dangerfield, 55 metres out. heads inside 50, finds Jack Martin in the pocket. Jack Martin kicks the goal. 3 kicks. They nullified any hard work we did, and Geelong were able to kick on after half time. We failed to find the goals to save our lives, unfortunately, and we got what we deserved, a 9-goal loss. And just with the keys to victory, the first key to victory is the clearance work, not in terms of who wins the clearances. It's who's more potent with their clearance work, centre clearances, stoppage clearances. I'm expecting Dangerfield to play, and I'm expecting him to play more midfield minutes here, so something to look for there. I'm expecting Ed Allen to play on Bailey Smith. I'm expecting O'Shane Mullen to play on Nick Dacos. I'll talk about that with the final key to victory. But the clearance work, who's more effective? Who's scoring more from clearances will be my big call. Whoever scores more from their clearance work will win the game. Our forward 50 stoppages were pretty good against Adelaide. Hopefully it continues on against Geelong, who are rock solid defensively with their stoppage work. The second key to victory, less turnovers. Geelong makes you pay on turnovers. Collingwood makes teams pay on turnovers. Whoever has less turnovers will win the game. It's going to be interesting as well. If it's a less turnover sort of game, if it's just skillful, goal for goal sort of thing, got to go down to the wire. Could be a draw because of it. The third key to victory for us, to be consistent, our shot accuracy, pretty good. 16 goals, 12 against Adelaide last week. Can it be sustained? Can we kick on from half time against Adelaide last week or our win against them last week? Typically, we play well or we score well. We fail to back that up the following week. And if we fail to convert like last year against Geelong, they'll make us pay. And the final key to victory is who handles the tag better. Ed Allen playing and run with roll on Bailey Smith. O'Shane Mullen playing on Nick Dacos. Now, everyone's saying Nick Dacos has pretty much won the Brownlow medal already. O'Shane Mullen could have a field day on Nick Dacos. Nick Dacos could be frustrated, lash out, get suspended, and here we are. No Brownlow medal for Nick Dacos. Yeah, just things like that. Got to look out for it. I'm expecting Nick Dacos to have 20, 25 disposals. I'm not expecting Nick Dacos to have a field day here. If he somehow dominates O'Shane Mullen, that tag, then he's just unstoppable. He's perfect. Then I'll sing Nick Dacos' praise for the Brownlow medal in 2026. Geelong are known for ending our winning streaks. They did it in 2011. They did it last year. Hopefully it's not the case this time around. If we win this game, anything's possible, but 1 week at a time. Top 6 hopes are alive and realistic as well. Maybe top 4, depending on other results. But if we win this game, we'll talk about it afterwards. Expecting 2 changes. Don't drop Liam Puncher. Let him learn from last week. 2 changes at the very least. But team selections final word video will be up tomorrow night. The review of this game will be up Friday morning, 8 a.m. Same as last week. Same routine. Hopefully it's the same outcomes as well with 3 wins. But it's a tall order. That's a massive tall order. And then next week will be a little bit different, but there'll be updates. Watch this space. You'll be notified once those updates are confirmed. Everything's a watch this space, yada, yada, yada. And I'll leave you guys all to it. I'm hoping you guys are having a good week so far. Please be well. Please be safe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the team selections final word video. Up the pies.